You're here today to meet one of the builders at the custom bike show at the Milwaukee Rally. I'm Spitfire, and we're here with Behind the Handlebars from Hupy and Abraham. I'd like you to meet one of the builders. What's your name?
My name is Peej Jeets.
And where are you from?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So
Really?
Yeah, from here, yeah.
You're from Milwaukee, and I haven't seen that bike.
I live in Oak Creek. I'm surprised you haven't seen that bike. I'm always riding the thing. So.
Okay, well, you know, here it's got its single beautiful little spot where it exists.
Yeah, I'm very, very honored to be here, to have a chance to be here.
Well, tell us about your motorcycle. Tell us what year it is and a little bit about the bike.
Actually, it's a little bit of everything. If you look, the case of the motor is actually, it's a 1995 Delcron replica shovel head. From the lower end up, we go into S&S. It's a 88-inch stroker. Top end is actually Harley Davidson, but it's everywhere all over the board from there. I have a Paco frame. There's a 1958 panhead swing arm on the back of it. We have an older panhead era hinged fender. I couldn't even tell you the year, but it's in there somewhere. Reproduction parts like a front end or the fender, anything I could find to kind of complete the bike in an old-fashioned way. You know, I grew up watching my grandfather and my father riding bikes like this, and what I wanted to do is build a rider and build something kind of retro. I wasn't really too into the modern stuff, so I just wanted to build something that worked and that reminded me of what I grew up seeing.
And how long have you been working on this bike?
This bike itself, off and on a couple years, it's always a work in progress. There's always something to change and something to modify. I'm never quite always happy, you know, so it's it's a project.
I'm looking at your tooled seat and your center console and all of this work that was done. That definitely caught my attention. Can you tell us a little bit about that tooling? I know you had that done custom.
I did. I made the seat pans myself, actually, but a good friend of mine, his name is Adam Tremmel from Dead Horse Leather, hand custom makes everything as far as leather work. He does the upholstery, he does the hand tooling, and he did the old-fashioned kind of turn of the century flourishing, like the floral kind of patterns on here, and he even went as far as hiding my wife's name. My wife's name is Jennifer. I call this the Jenny shovel, you know. So he hid her name in the back of the backrest there. So it's.
You were mentioning there was a reason for that. Tell me that.
Oh, she said I could never let anyone else ride on it but her. So she could be the only passenger. So
she must be a smart chick. So love the way you did this with your handlebars and got that mirror. That's old school. Dropping the mirror down.
Yeah, it's all just influence from the 1970s and 1980s and. A lot of bikes around the Midwest kind of look like this. Like when you go a little bit like West Coast, the bikes get skinnier and a little bit smaller, and you're kind of up and a little bit higher. Out in the Midwest, we can't split lanes legally, so a lot of the older bikes from the 70s and 80s were a little bit wider, a little bit beefier, maybe a little bit more masculine. I wanted to stay with that.
I know from riding for about 30 years that back then you saw somebody's bike and it was always customized and had their personality in there. So I love what you've done to your bike. It looks like it's got a lot of personality, and you must be really proud.
I am. That was actually the trickiest part. Is almost everything on this bike doesn't belong next to the next part. So it was kind of taking everything I possibly could find and making it all work together. So.
Well, Peej, thanks so much. Appreciate your time. Thanks for bringing your bike out.
Thank you so much.